After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Scoring uppercut there. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter shot. Conor was beaten from pillar to post the last time he faced Kell Brook. Will we see more of the same, or has Conor got a new game plan?
You saw the result. Round fight finished in 6 rounds. Now they're going to do it again because Amir Khan needs redemption. He needs to prove it was a mistake. It was luck. So, this is that fight that answers everybody's questions. That answers everybody's stroke of luck, everybody's genius, everybody's look at the Irish, whatever you say it is. This is that fight.
The straight right just misses. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tried to score with a jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Conor. Here we go for round 2. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
No rest for the weary. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. It's bombs away. And he scores with the counter. You don't want to trade shots. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Conor in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is off the charts. The straight right just misses. jab from these two. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
He threw the hook, didn't land. A swing and a miss with that jab. Punch, counter punch. Nice slip to avoid the jab. That left hook misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Conor in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Hold that thought! Oh boy! Amir Khan, dazed! No, we don't see a knockdown!
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Conor in that last round. On to the 5th we go. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Trying to land that jab. Good counter punching. Perfect counter shot. And they block the right uppercut. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A perfect counter lands. close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about brooking that lap. There's the bell for round 6. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Catch and shoot. That hook was off target. Missing with the left hook. Now Brooke may need to take a knee here. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Just missing with the right uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about working that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out.
There's the bell to start round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
They exchange punches, and down goes Amir Khan. And in this replay, you can see it, that body punch.
1, 2, 3. 8.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
The straight right just misses. That uppercut doesn't land. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Conor. And they're back at it again here in round 8. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Nobody home with that hook. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Having a hard time finding a home with that light uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. What a dominant... It's kicked. So much hype. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Good defense on the right uppercut. They exchange punches. Missing with the hook. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the fans of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Trying to land that jab. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Here we go for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
A lot of effort being exerted here. And he scores with the counter. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
A swarmer, a good swarmer, will get inside you like a bee. Like a bee just pickpocketing and stinging you wherever you leave yourself open. A swarmer is the worst kind of fight to fight.
Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. There's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? The uppercut does not score. Nice counter shot. A perfect counter lands. It's all offense all the time. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the rope.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia and that. Back at it in round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Won't score with that right uppercut. Just missing with the uppercut. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. And that hook misses. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. You don't want to trade shots. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Ricky Hatton couldn't take anymore, and down he goes. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Let's talk about Hatton in that. On to the fifth we go. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? A big whiff with the right hook. Ricky Hatton right now not where he wants to be. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
How about that time counter shot? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes...
Down goes the hitman. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. This is the beginning of round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Well done with that counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Hook misses. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Missing with the left hook. Swing and a miss with the hook. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these... And there's the bell for round 7. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship.
The hitman, Ricky Hatton, goes to the canvas. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven.
The referee deems they can continue, but that would be a big mistake.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
If that ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting.
Whoa, Johnny! Ricky Hatton has been clipped. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to right there. This is not good news for Ricky Hatton. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Hatton in that last round. That'll be a 10. Round 8, and we're off again. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast them.
And the kid goes down. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
That hook won't score. Are we about to see Ricky? Big punch, and Ricky Hatton is down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.